You're watching the Rita Panahi Show. Joining me now is celebrity and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, sources close to Justin Bieber are becoming increasingly concerned for his mental health as they watch him disintegrate. A former colleague claims that Bieber is lost and there's no one protecting him. There's no one there willing to say no to him. You say no, you get blown out. What's happening with him? Because I thought he was on the right track. He seemed to have found God and was living a more wholesome life. Maybe that didn't last long, but I've seen some recent clips and he's a mess.
He really is. You know, when I used to hang out with him, there were always issues with his mother. I remember them getting into a big fight backstage at an award show because he was angry that she had written a book about their life and them. And he really felt like it was a violation of their relationship. A part of me wonders if it's the new baby in his life, if he's feeling all of these things about his past now that he's a father. He was abandoned by his dad at a young age. I don't know. Or is it Selena Gomez and Blanco? It just feels like he's dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and it's not manifesting in a very appropriate way.
No, and if he pushes away anybody who tries to be honest with him about how he's unravelling, it's hard to see how he's going to snap out of this. Are we hearing anything from his wife? Is there anyone who is doing something to address these behaviours?
You know, Haley is trying to fight online bullies. I mean, that's really been her priority. There's been a lot of stories circulating about their relationship, and I think that she's kind of fixated on her own brand, similar to somebody we talk about quite often on this program, Meghan Markle. But I do hope that if Bieber's in a bad place, he gets some help. Of course, he's slammed these reports, but you do, when you're in Hollywood, you surround yourself by yes people.
Now, Elon Musk, we know he has many, many children. Now, there's rumours that he's offered to impregnate right-wing influencer Tiffany Fong and then retaliated by slashing her ex-earnings when she refused. What can you tell me about these allegations? I'm not sure if I believe this story.
My goodness, can you believe this? Now, Fong claims that once she got on his radar and he became interested in her, she made approximately $20,000 a month through Twitter's influencer incentive program. But when he caught wind that she was gossiping with Ashley, the other baby mama, he cut her her reach on Twitter, and the money dried up. I'm with you. I don't know where the truth begins and where the gossip starts. But if she's anything like Ashley, then there are receipts, and we will likely see them at one point.
Well, this is the thing. I'm surprised if you've got these stories, there's not ample evidence to back them up. Text messages, voice messages, whatever else, however else you've communicated. And talking about Ashley Sinclair, the mother of Musk's 14th child, 14th we know about, she's made some more bombshell claims. She says she turned down $15 million from Elon Musk to conceal the fact that he is the father of her child. She didn't want the newborn to feel like he's a secret, and Sinclair's revealed her son's name for the first time. It's Romulus St. Clair.
I mean, when is this guy going to stop naming his children after Wi-Fi passwords? My mind is blown every time I hear one of these new names. But you're right. The Wall Street Journal story, one of the craziest parts to me was that he has at least 14 children with 4 women. But sources close to Elon told the Journal that the true number of his children is much higher than publicly known. He also, and again, we talked about those receipts, Ashley St. Clair showed the Wall Street Journal some text messages that Elon sent her where he said to reach Legion level, that's how many children he wants, Legion level, before the apocalypse, we will need to use surrogates. That's what one of the text messages read, suggesting that he wants to continue procreating for his Legion.
Well, if he's got this many children, I mean, even if it's just 14, can't believe I'm saying that, He always seems to be with one. He's always with little X. I can imagine the others would be a little bit jealous of the attention X is getting above all others. This is the stuff that we're going to see movies and all sorts of books written about down the track. Now, I want to ask you about Gayle King. She's expressed her displeasure at those calling her trip on Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin spacecraft a space ride. She finds that very offensive. She says it's not a ride because they never say men went for a ride. She's trying to bring in sexism and misogyny into people who are arguing this was just a frivolous exercise. They're not astronauts, and let's not pretend this little stunt is going to bring about world peace.
Amen. Yeah. Whether or not it's a space ride, I think it's irrelevant. The real question is whether it's a conflict of interest. And that estrogen enema that we saw launch into the sky cost a regular person like you or I $300,000. And people want to know if King broke her employer CBS's rules by accepting gifts for good coverage in the process of this eco trip. I'm much more interested in that. This feels like Gayle trying to distract from the real issue, and that's whether or not this was morally corrupt.
Well, I just can't believe the carry-on, Kinsey. These women have put on such a performance afterwards. I think no one would have been critical if they did this and they shared their experience, but every single one that I've seen, whether it's Laura Sanchez, whether it's Katy Perry or Gayle King, has tried to paint this stunt as some world-changing, significant event, not just for womanhood, but for mankind. And it's just so self-delighted, so divorced from reality. It's hard not to mock it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not a space ride. Maybe it's just an ego trip. At the end of the day, it's an ego trip.
Ego trip, exactly. Exactly. Kinsey Schofield, you've nailed it there. Thank you so much for your time tonight.